ફિનિશ તો સ્ટાર્ટ કરી દેવા રેકોર્ડિંગ
એમથી નથી
આપી દે ચલો three phase transformer idea about single phase transformer. So what is in single phase transformer? You will have a two winding. Okay, now three phase transformer there will be three windings are there. So in a one transformer two windings is there. If three phase is there, then there will be total six windings. Okay. Now what is the purpose of three phase? Why we cannot work on single phase? So before understanding three phase transformer, it is all linked with three phase generator, three phase motor, and in between them three phase transformer. If something is there, electricity you want to generate, then it must be generated by the generator action. So there will be the generator. If you want to do some work, then there will be the motor action. So it is a motor operation. And you want to generate power, transmit through the long wires, through the long distance, then you need transformer. Otherwise, there will be more losses because step of transformer will give rise voltage and low current. So at the transformation intermediate line, there will be the low amount of losses. Okay. So if you want to transmit the power, you need a transformer. You want to generate electricity, you need a generator, and you want to utilize electricity, you need a motor. And all these three devices are work on same equal Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction principle. આ ત્રણે ત્રણ માટે સેમ છે પ્રિન્સિપલ. Principle will be same. Okay. Now generator is there. Then there will be the motion of the conductor through the magnetic field. Then and then there will be possible. After that generating current or voltage transmitted, that means power transmitted to the long distance, then there will be some kind of mechanism that give the force. So that will be the current carrying conductor placed inside the magnetic field, then you can get the force. Now in motor, it is noted that if you have a single winding, rather than if you have three windings, okay, one winding is here, another is there, and third one is here, exactly 120 degree apart. In 360 circle, exactly 120 degree apart, three windings are there. One winding create a maximum magnetic flux. After a little bit time, another winding create a maximum flux, and after third time, third winding create a maximum flux. So maximum flux coming in this direction first, it will shrink. Third winding flux coming in this direction, it will shrink, and third winding flux coming in this direction, it will shrink. That means decreases. So one flux is in this direction. Okay. At that time, these two coils have the flux in opposite direction, half of this value. So the vectorially magnetic field added in that space, and it will go in this direction. Then this coil will give a maximum flux in this direction. These two coils have a half of the magnetic flux. It is going in this direction, and that is going in this direction. They all added, and you will get maximum flux in this direction. Third time, third coil will come, and that will give the maximum flux. So what I am going to tell you right now is something like this. If you have a one coil, okay, then you will have another coil, and then you will have a third coil. They are equally spaced in the space with 120 degree mechanical angle. Okay, so overall 360 degree circle is there. It is divided exactly in three parts. Every winding is supplied with the AC supply. coil we call R, then this one we call Y, and that one we call B. R, Y, B. So this is a one phase, second phase, third phase. Supply of this we call it VR, supply of this we call it VY, and supply of this we call it VB. VR, VY, VB. Okay. And those coils will create flux because current will flow inside the coil, each and every coil. There will be the magnetic flux coming out of the coil also, and after some time going inside the coil also. Okay. But the key thing is that VR has a AC voltage, something like that. Then Vy comes into the picture. But Vy comes into the picture after 120-degree electrical. This is mechanical. Now I am talking about electrical. That means time delay. So after some delay, here is a 90 degree, here is a 120 degree, then will come. So yellow waveform is for Vy. And after that, third VB will come. So here, if you take this as a 0, then after 120 degree, that will come here. And then it will have voltage something like this. And you can extend that here, then you will find this kind of waveform. VR, VY, VB. Okay. If you want to draw this waveform very carefully, then there are two ways. First, that you have to draw a triangle something like this. Okay, 3-step rise, 3-step fall, again 3-step rise, and 3-step down. So this one is my horizontal line. Okay, and I have to follow the same sequence. Okay, so these are the same point, here is also same point. And then carefully I have to add all those peak with negative peak. So here is the negative maximum, then go in this direction. And make a smooth curve. So see, 1, 2, 3, again I will go 3 steps further upside and take a line from here, give a little bit curvature here, and then straight line there. Maximum point, same way here. Again maximum point, again maximum point, and here. Same thing you have to follow here also. So from there, 1, 2, 3 point will be here. And then extend this portion here also. And extend this portion here also. So this is my VR, VY, VB. This is the omega T, and this is the 3-phase voltage. So you getting my point? Can you see something look like this? So you have to draw first this triangle, and then you need to extend those lines, but keep in mind that peak will be exactly opposite to this point. That is the necessary thing. Now what will happen here, see, VR, that means this one, that will give you maximum voltage, and VY will give maximum voltage after 120 degree. This angle is 120 degree, peak to peak. Okay, so this one is 0 to 0, 120 degree, then peak to peak is also 120 degree. So at that time, this is delayed supply, but at that time, what is the value of Vy? Here it is, half of the peak. What is the value of B coil? Here is the B coil, extend the curve. That will be here. So at this time, on this time, I will draw the timeline. Dotted pink line is a one timeline. At this time, what will happen? VR maximum, Vy, Vb, half of the maximum and opposite to the VR. Okay? That will happen. So, if VR is maximum and that will going to give you flux in this direction, let's say, coming out, then this two coil give opposite flux coming inside. Okay, this is coming inside, then that will be coming outside. That is the meaning of opposite. And half of this. So this is half of the vector. Pardon me, I need to use yellow color. And then here it is in this direction. Right? So
the opposite, VB.
VB in this direction.
Half of this
Half. Yes, this will be the half. So three phasor of the flux are there. Flux phasor. These are the flux phasor. Now I will add this phasor, the flux of the R, this flux of the half of the Y, and that flux of the YB. Okay. And what is the angle between these two?
120.
When geometrical you can represent it is 120 degree. Okay. Now you have to add these two angles. So here you will get another vector, and that vector is phi b plus phi y. This one. And when you add this vector and that vector, ultimately you will get another resultant vector. This bigger one, that is phi r plus this one, phi b plus phi y. Are you getting this concept? Recheck. What we are doing? We have a three-phase supply. How does this three-phase supply comes? That will come later. Okay. But it will generate like this. One coil give maximum, then another, then third. Then pattern will repeat. VR, Vy, Vb, VR, Vy, Vb. Okay. And this kind of supply you give to the coil, then or motor. This is let's say motor. Then inside this space, this kind of the flux will be there. So at this moment, the maximum flux will be in this direction. Okay, and what is that flux? What is the amount of that flux? That is, you can also calculate easily because it is a vector addition. So phi resultant, or let's say capital Phi total. Okay, so addition of these two. Phi b plus phi y, and that is the resultant. So what is the magnitude of phi b and phi y? Whatever it is, it will be same. So let's call it phi. So phi b square plus phi y square plus 2 times phi b phi y and cos theta, angle between phi b and phi y. A formula is familiar, so if you put 90 degree, then what is the cos 90?
Cos 90 is 0.
Okay, then this will become Pythagoras formula. A square is equal to b square plus c square. Okay, but if you have a not 90 degree but anything other angle, then this will be the general formula. Okay, and the 90 degree is a special case. You will get a square is equal to b square plus c square resultant. But if you have a 120 degree angle, that is also a special case. At the 120 degree angle, if two vector magnitude will be the same, then you will get the same resultant as a one vector magnitude. એટલે માની લો કે આનું 5 છે મેગ્નીટ્યુડ એનો 5 છે 5 magnitude is there 5 is there and you add those two vectors at a 120 degree angle, then you will get the resultant 5, because this is also another special case. So let's say this is a 5, because both are same. This is also a 5. 2 times 5 into 5, 5 square. Cos theta 120 degree.
Root 3 by 2.
Cos 120 degree.
Root 3 by 2.
2 5 square plus 2 5 square and cos 120
Cos 90 plus 30.
is the same as cos negative 60. Am I right? If you go from here, then whatever the cos here, it will be 0 to 90. Then 30 degree and that will be the 120. But opposite of that, cos 60. So negative of the cos 60.
1/2.
Okay, some mistake that we are going to happen then here. Here the angle between them is 120 degree, correct? It is in this direction, it is in that direction. Okay, so that will be the 120 degree. We put here and here, okay. What is cos 60?
1/2.
Then this formula you should check, maybe it is a minus here. You should check this formula. It may be plus or it may be minus. But when you check it, you have ultimately come with the plus sign here, because this is the negative and 1/2 will get cancelled and you will get 2 5 square plus 5 square is equal to 3 5 square, and that is your resultant square. Resultant capital Phi square. And then when you take a square root, then you will get 3 times the 5. Okay. If you have a 2 vector at the 90 degree, then maximum will be root 2 times 5. And if you have a 3 vector at a 120 degree, then it is also something like that. Okay, no, I think it will be okay. No, we have done a mistake. This is plus 2 phi square to negative cos 60, and that one will be the 1/2, and here 2 phi square minus phi square is equals to phi square. Okay, and when you take the square root, you will get the same answer as a phi. Okay, so 2 vectors are there and they are added at a 120 degree, then you will get the same magnitude. Okay, if 60 degree is there, then there will be the root 3 times, that will come later. But right now, at 120 degree, you will get the same magnitude. What I mean by that, if you have a 5 magnitude here, and if you have a 5 magnitude here, you put 2 vector at 90 degree, what is the resultant? Root 2 times. Are you getting my point? One vector has a 5, another vector also has a 5 magnitude. They are at the 90 degree. What is the resultant? 5 square plus 5 square. 2 times 5 square. Square root 2, 5. So root 2 times the magnitude of the vector. But when they are at a 120 degree, then
root 3.
no. 120 degree, 60 degree, then they are root 3. At 120 degree, same. So 5. Are you getting this point? So 2 vectors are there and they are 120 degree. okay, and both have a magnitude same, then resultant vector also has the same magnitude. So if this is phi b and this is phi y, so resultant, let's say this is a 1 and this is also 1. So resultant will be 1. Alright, same of the resultant vector. And when you add this vector with the original magnitude, then you will get the resultant magnitude also in this direction. Okay. Now same thing happen if y coil has a maximum flux. So this is the y coil, maximum, half of the b, half of the r. So here it will go like this, maximum flux in this direction, half of the flux go in this way and half of the flux go in this way, then the addition will be in this direction. If b is maximum, then maximum flux go in this way, half of the flux go in that way and that way, so you will get the resultant in this direction. So the first resultant vector in this direction, after that resultant vector in this direction, and after that the resultant vector in this direction. So you can say that the magnetic field is rotating like this. First here maximum, then here and then here. So this is the phenomena that is called rotating magnetic field. It is called RMF, rotating magnetic field. So here, if you put here now rotor or any conductor, then conductor will be steady, but magnetic field will cut the conductor. Inside that conductor, according to Faraday's law, EMF will induce, and that EMF will convert the voltage into the current, and then that current will create a magnetic field. That magnetic field and this magnetic field will lock each other, and the rotor start to rotate in the same direction as the rotating magnetic field. So 3-phase is that's why needed, because it will give a better operation of the motor. For the motor operation, you need a better performance. Then you put 3-phase supply in such a way that it will create a rotating magnetic field, and that rotating magnetic field will be created by this kind of the coil orientation, and that will create a rotating magnetic field inside the space, and rotor is there, then it will start to rotate. If there is a rotor, I will draw rotor something like this, and here is the conductors. So this is what we call rotor, and these three things is called stator, which is steady rotor, which is a rotating part. Stator and rotor together will give you motor. So this is the principle of the motor. For that you need to generate this kind of supply. How this kind of supply will generate it now? Same thing happen if you have a generator, put a one coil in this way, another coil in that way, and the third coil in this way, 120 degree. Okay, and there will be two magnets. So first one coil will cut the magnetic field, second coil, third coil. If they have a 120 degree mechanical angle, then electric supply will also generated by 120 degree. So first coil will generate the EMF, then after 120 degree another coil, B coil, then Y coil, R, Y, B. 3 coil generate this kind of supply. Same kind of supply transfer via 3-phase transformer, and that after transformer 3-phase supply given to this kind of 3-phase motor, and that motor will create the motor. So now you understand all the link, the generation, the transformation, and then motor action. So generator will generate this kind of supply because of the 120 degree apart all the 3 coils, and then for the motor you need to put 3 coils 120 degree apart and put a rotor here, it will rotate. And for the transform you need to understand 3-phase transformer that we will discuss now. Right now it is only about the motor and generator concept. Okay, so draw this, give the heading also rotating magnetic field, and then give this diagram representation.